Yeah, also you save someone who's been burned by electricity.
If you subscribe to this channel for cultural content, maybe skip this video because that was an abandoned factory.
No jest. Ale ja już tak od wielu lat dojeżdżam.
We're about 2 hours into this train journey, and the countryside is absolutely gorgeous. Like, Poland is such a beautiful landscape, but I need, because I'm meeting the parents, Jakub's parents and his brother and sister. I asked what can I get them to say thank you, and so Jakub just said vodka. So when we get to the station, I'm gonna go to the shop, get some vodka, give it to the parents as a gift. They live about 10 minutes away from the station apparently. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Can meet the family. Meet the family Polska. Polska fam. So this is the platform, the station for Zashin. And funnily enough, I've been making jokes at Jakub the whole time, saying like, oh, is there going to be cell phones? Is there going to be Wi-Fi? You know, because it's a little tiny village. But the train was just about stopping, and then it was just like nothing. It was like a field and that's it. and I said, oh, I could make a joke about how there's not even a platform or anything like that. And then he said like, so are we getting out? And then he just got out and we just got into a field. But it's not bad. It's a sunny day. So the sister's gonna come pick us up. Let's go meet the fam. All the cool kids.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello, Gordo.
Nice to meet you. Danny. Joanna. Oh, we already hugged, don't worry.
My idziemy jeszcze do koszyka, czy do centrum. Co?
Mogę iść z wami jak chcecie.
Chodź z nami pewnie.
Ale wziąć mam coś?
Możesz mi to siatkę wziąć, jak chcesz.
A skąd wiedziałeś, że to lubię?
Ja powiedziałem.
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Po angielsku tylko, nie, nawet nie próbuję.
Very lazy, very lazy.
Z Joanna, o, z Jasią może, Joanna. Kuba.
Hello, cześć.
Cześć, jak się masz?
Nice to meet you.
Miło cię poznać.
Danny.
Daniel, Eddie.
Eddie, nice to meet you. Dziękuję. Like it.
O, nie, no, dobra.
Pierogi?
Lubię to.
Pierogi.
Yeah.
No i była droga.
After taking a little while to eat and get ready, I went up to my room to drop off my things, and this was the view from the balcony. A short while later, we went to check out an abandoned brick factory not too far away, which was quite scenic actually. That's Chernobyl-esque. After living in Vienna for the past few months without leaving, it was nice to get into the country and genuinely experience some nature for the first time in a long time. And this was the perfect place, near the Carpathians in eastern Poland.
Basically, the region where we are now is it's called Podkarpacie, and people say that even the devil forgot about this place. So like there's literally nothing going on.
Damn, man. You know what, I've actually forgotten the name of this place.
Podkarpacie.
Podkarpacie.
Oh, also, I've heard even pigeons wear helmets here.
And then the actual name of the town.
Oh yeah.
So what's the story? It's named after this, like...
Yeah. So the town is called Zarshin, And I don't know how real the story is, but like everyone who lives here knows it.
Yeah.
And so it goes, a German soldier, like back in the medieval times, came down here and said sehr schön, which means very beautiful in German.
Yeah.
And that's how the name Zarshin came to be. Pretty nice story.
Jak cię poratują? Gdzie się wybieracie?
Do domu idziemy.
Z buta? Z buta, że się byli?
No,
Nie leje? Chodź, pójdę z wami na ten.
So we are just going into this abandoned brewery. What is this place called?
It's called Browar, which is brewery in Polish.
Okay, well, not as catchy as I thought. You can see the stalk up there. And there's a stalk nest just here as well. So we got the brick factory and the brewery. Is there any actually buildings that are actually functional in this town?
I wish.
Again, massive respect for the Polska people. I'm going to come off really anti-Slav.
It says electric device, in case of fire, don't put it down with water. There's a brewery and a storage room for frozen products.
Ah. Was.
Used to be.
Was. I think I found the freezer facility. And the pizza box hanging facility. Somebody else has walked into the building. So the people that were coming into the building were actually just vloggers doing photographs and filming for their YouTube and Instagram. Yeah. So they were actually super nice. What do you guys live here?
No! No, we are from Poznań.
A, z Poznania.
Góry czytaliśmy po prostu, a potem opuszczone.
Alright.
So we just came here for like holidays, just for a trip to mountains.
Right.
And our friend has a hobby like doing urban abandoned history.
Abandoned history, shit. In
On YouTube and on Facebook also.
in Polish or in English?
In Polish.
Okay, yeah.
Po prostu tak pozostawione jak po prostu w dniu, kiedy tam się skończyło.
Jak w Czarnobylu.
Żebyś wiedział.
The weekend had been a success. I met the parents, explored the town. Yeah, not a bad weekend. And then soon I'd meet Jakub's friends and we go into the city of Sanak, which is the big city around here. If you ever wanted to see the sights of a provincial Polish town in the east, southeast, so we're in Sanak and no idea what's here. There's an art museum, there's a Slavic mythology museum, I think. But we can choose one of those things because we're going to meet Jakub's friends later. So I think I'm leaning towards the Slavic mythology museum. So, but let's check out Sanak and the bright lights. So this is the River Son, and so over there is the east side, and here is the west side that we're walking on. And this goes down, so the River Son goes down to, where's it join up to? Wisła? Wisłok.
And then this joins Wisła.
And it joins the Wisła. which is the main river in Poland, the Wisła. And in 1939, when the Russians and the Germans invaded, the River Somme was one of the dividing lines that they agreed upon. So the Russians would have had this side, and the Germans would have had this side here. So if we're here a few years ago, you could wave to the Soviets, and I guess we'd be in trouble because we'd be on the Nazi side. We then took a drive with Jakub's friend Leszek, who I call Lee, or Bruce Lee sometimes, and we took a ride to this beautiful little spot overlooking the Sanak River, in this abandoned little medieval castle. I'm not going to show it, but then we went to a swamp, and that was pretty nice. People might ask why I keep going on about World War II and stuff like that, you know, focusing on this kind of aspect of history that so long ago, and when I could be focusing on, you know, the beautiful nature, the history of the town. But, well, one, I paid $9,000 for a bachelor's in history, so I've got to use it somehow. And two, I don't know, there's reminders of the war all over the place in this country. And I think it would be foolish not to bring it up. I mean, of course, yes, Napoleon came through here, the Red Army, Germany, Sweden, maybe not this particular town, but they've come through Poland. It's a very loud bridge. But I know, going through the art galleries in Krakow and this, looking at Beshinsky in, wait 1 second. There's a bus. But it's you'll be surprised how much the war affects national identity. They're very proud of their independence, how they were crushed under the boots of so many people, and yet have managed to come out on top, you know, and save their culture from underground movements, and you know, their culture has literally been tried to be wiped out by so many people so many times, but they just keep getting back up, and you know, and obviously they've got beautiful nature. All right, I'm gonna get off this bridge.
Mogę siąść na coś? A nie, wałcie mam sorry.
So if you ever come to Poland, and if you ever lucky enough to be invited over to a Polish person's home, you can always play a game. See how long it takes you to spot the John Paul II painting or picture or something like that. But this is outside the Sanak chapel, and this is going to be the most impressive video game-like representation of Jan Pavel II that I've ever seen. Look at that. He looks like a character you would choose in a game or something like that, or like in a movie or something. I mean, that is incredible. They love him. Ask your Polish friends, do they have a picture of John Paul II in their home? Because they most likely do. It's great, I love it.
Korale spolne jarzębiny i łzy dziewczyny i wielkie łzy.
That night, like most, ended with a lot of alcohol and, in the Polish tradition, a lot of vodka. And this is Jakub and Julia dancing, and I absolutely love their relationship. Those two were such good friends. They would always dance and sing together. It was so nice to watch. Lee had, well, I think he just got
Cały czas tańczył, a w stronę mą nie spojrzał ni jeden raz.
Is the local church of Zershin. and you can kind of see Big Papa Jesus who's over there. Now I hope it's going to be open, but there's something telling me that this door is going to be locked. There's nothing more unsatisfying than a locked door. Dzień dobry. I suppose it does look a bit weird me holding a camera, but anyway, so yeah. So Jakub was saying that this church, there are 3 services every day, and that's every day, not just on a Sunday. As you can see, the builders are working, but it's an extremely Catholic country. Unlike, Russia, of the other Soviet bloc countries, where there were, Russian and Belarus, where it's a lot more Orthodox Christian. This is Catholic Catholicism. The 4 of us then took a little trip to Solina, which is the largest artificial lake in Poland and also houses the tallest dam, Solina Dam, in the country. Solina's a little village that highly depends on tourism, but the day we went, well, there were still a lot of tourists, but as you can see, it was quite rainy. We then visited Marcelina in her home in the country, and she demonstrated how difficult her veterinarian course was by spouting some massive vocabulary.
Zgięcia mózgowego, flexura sternalis, okrężnicy do brzusznej lewej, colon ventralis sinistrum pignosi doogonowo do zgięcia miednicznego, czyli flexura pelwina, okrężnicy do grzbietowej lewej, czyli colon dorsale sinistrum pignosi doczaszkowo, zgięcia przeponowego, flexura diafragmatica oraz okrężnicy do grzbietowej prawej, colon dorsale.
Ale te nazwy to zajebiste są.
Even I don't understand it.
Yeah.
You should draw this.
Like, yeah, do you know what I'm talking about?
I would draw it.
United Kingdom.
Boo! This is after Brexit as well. All 5 people, we gathered together, went back to Jakub's house in Zershin and watched Eurovision, the finals. Congrats to Italy, by the way, and Nil Poir for UK, but that's expected. But this was a perfect way to end my week in eastern Poland. And the next day, I'd be going off to Ukraine.
Yeah. It's like that scenes from